Okay, so welcome to your Duolingo English Test.
Thank you very much, Francis.
First of all, what is your name, please?
My name is Victoria, and I live in Prague.
All right, welcome, Victoria. So we're going to start with question 1. So question 1 is read aloud. Now, what I want you to do is to read the sentence that you have there. You can have a little think in your head, and then you're going to read it out loud as well as you can.
All right.
Okay, over to you.
I'm not comfortable leaving without a receipt.
Very good. Okay. Let's move on to question 2, which is a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
Question 2 is speak about the photo. So in speak about the photo, you have 20 seconds to think about the photo, to look at it, and then you're going to speak and describe the photo for up to 90 seconds. Okay?
All right.
So quite a long answer.
All right.
So your preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's your 20 seconds. And now I'd like you to speak for up to 90 seconds. The more, the better. Your speaking time starts now.
So on the photo, we can see a guy with brown shoes sitting on a blue motorbike. He's somewhere on a rocky beach. We can see some rocks around him and a wild sea in front of him. But he's not looking at the sea. He's looking somewhere else. Maybe the point where he's looking, there might be a sea, but we can't tell because it's not in the photo. He looks like he might be on a vacation with his family, even though his family is not in the photo. Maybe they are behind somewhere out of the picture in a van or somewhere like that. So maybe he's a father and maybe he's there with a bunch of friends.
All right. Thank you very much. That's great. So we're going to move now to question 3. And in question 3, this is read, then speak. So you've got another question there. And you're going to have 20 seconds to read it, to think about it, and then, again, speaking for 90 seconds. All right?
Should I read it out loud?
No, you don't have to read it out loud.
Right.
You can just read it in your head and have a think about it. Okay? So 20 seconds of preparation time starts now. You're ready? All right, very good. So you're going to speak for up to 90 seconds. Your speaking time starts now.
Okay, so a hard decision for me was when I was about to move from Brno to Prague in Czech Republic. I had to consider leaving my family behind and starting a new life in a bigger city, in the capital of Czech Republic. And I decided to move because it's not that far from my hometown. So I'm still seeing my family occasionally. And I've been living in Prague already for 8 years. And I'm about to stay here, I think, for a few more years before I move somewhere else. But I will not move back to my hometown for sure. I would feel like it's a step back. So I think there is another difficult decision to come in the future. But we will see what it will be exactly. Where will I want to live in the future?
All right. Very good. Thank you. So next, we're going to move to question 4. And question 4 is listen, then speak. So in this question, you're going to hear an audio and you can listen to it up to 3 times. You've got 20 seconds to think, to prepare, to plan, and then you're going to answer. And again, 90 seconds to speak. All right? So let's listen to that audio now. Talk about a time you learned something new. What made the experience so valuable for you? Okay, so that's your preparation time. And let's begin your speaking time now.
I realized not long ago that when you stream on Twitch streaming platform, you can see who is watching at the right moment, like at the exact moment. I never knew that before. I thought that the viewers are always anonymous, but you can see who is watching And I felt like my mind was blown because I thought you are anonymous and the other people are, but it's very easy to see who's watching at the moment. So it was valuable because of how surprised I was.
All right. Very good. Okay. And now we're going to move to the last question, maybe the most difficult question. That is the speaking sample. So in the speaking sample, you're going to read the question that you can see there. You've got 30 seconds to think about it. And then you're going to speak for up to 3 minutes. Okay.
Right.
So the more you can speak, obviously, the better.
Sure.
All right. So 30 seconds to plan and prepare. Your time starts now. Okay, so that's your preparation time. Now you're going to speak for up to 3 minutes. Your speaking time starts now.
Okay, so technology for sure affects a lot our generation, and it will affect the generation after us for sure. Um, it's very fast how it improves, and I have to say, I think it's a good thing that we have technology. There's always important to not spend too much time on mobile phones, computers, PSs, and all of these kind of stuffs. But for sure, the communication is better these days thanks to technology. It might be a little bit difficult, maybe in some relationships, because you have so many options to see another people and to speak with other people thanks to technology. So it might do some bad to your relationship in jealousy kind of a way or something like that. But as well as that, you can have a good side of technologies and, for example, social media on them, where you can meet new friends. And I do have to say, I for sure met some valuable friends in my life that I've never met yet, but we are speaking online and we are very close to each other, even though we've never met. So it's kind of a difficult thing to say if it's only good or if it's only bad, but it affects us for sure. And it affects us in both good and a bad way, but we need to make something out of that. And technology will be here. I don't think it will be somehow destroyed. I think mostly technology will destroy us, then we will destroy technology. So let's just learn to live with it and to get used to it growing up so fast and evolving.
All right. Thank you very much. That's great. Okay. So that is the end of your Duolingo English test. Thank you very much. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let me give you a little bit of feedback. I'm going to close the laptop actually so we can relax. First of all though, how did you feel about your performance and how did you feel taking the test?
I feel like I could have been better.
Okay.
I feel like it could have been better. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit nervous, so it did affect my my performance. So I'm very curious about what you have to say.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, I think it was very good. Like,
Thank you very much.
You didn't seem very nervous to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know how it looks like when you're
Sure.
more confident, but you seem pretty confident. So
Great.
yeah, I think
Thank
it was
you.
pretty good. So I'm going to give you feedback on 5 areas, and those are vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, fluency, and then like the content of what you talked about. And then I'm going to give you your score at the end.
All right.
All right. So, first of all, your vocabulary. I think some very nice, like, particularly in the photo question, you talked about it being like a wild sea and a rocky beach and things like that. That was really good. It was very interesting. You talked about like taking, like, it would be a step back if you moved back to your hometown. And you said, my mind was blown. And that's a really nice little phrase. It's very natural English.
Thank you.
One thing that I think you could have like explained a little bit better was where you were talking about online and you've met people, but you haven't met them, but you've met them, but you haven't met them.
I see.
Yeah. So the phrase that you would use is to meet someone in person. So
Sure.
if you say in person, then I know that you mean like
Yeah,
physically you're in
okay,
the room,
sure.
like we're in the room here. Whereas like meet online, meet in person. But if you just say meet, then it gets a little
Sure.
bit confusing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you for the point.
So vocabulary, pretty good. Grammar, I think, very good overall. Like you told some stories. You used the past tense really well. You expressed like what you wanted to say. There were no big problems really. I think one thing I noticed was, like you said, I'm still seeing my family occasionally. And instead, that's not quite right. We would say, I still see my family occasionally. So it would be just the present simple tense, because it's like your habit. It's the thing that you normally do. But that's a tiny little problem. Like the rest of it was really good.
Thank you.
Pronunciation, really good. Because there was a very tricky question. The first one, the read aloud. It seems like the easy question, but actually there was a little trick in there, which is that word receipt. Yeah. So it has that P, which is a silent P. And many people would say receipt with like a PT, but you got it right. You didn't say the silent P. So that was perfect. You missed the trick.
Nice.
You avoided the trick, I should say. And then the rest of it was great. Like pronunciation, no problems. I could understand everything perfectly clearly. So really good.
Great.
Then your fluency, I think this is the one area that you're giving me a look like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the one area you could improve, because when you're speaking, I think you do a really good job, but your answers were a little bit short. So I think the third and the fourth questions, the read then speak and the listen then speak, you were about 40 seconds, 40, 50 seconds. If you could like find a way to say some more to add to your answer, you'd be getting like a really good score. As it is, you're going to get like a pretty good score. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that would be the area where you could improve it, because I think everything else, like vocabulary good, grammar good, pronunciation good, just a little bit longer.
Okay.
But this is the weird thing, like when you're speaking English normally, you don't have to make such a long speech, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird if you do. Like, it's like, who wants to listen to someone just talking for 2 or 3 minutes? But this is what exams are like. It's more like a performance. So it's a little bit of a different skill.
Sure.
But yeah, everything else I thought was great. Then finally, the content. So one thing you did very well was in the photo. Like the photo is just, it's very simple, just one person, it's the bike, and then that's it. But then you did a lot of speculation. So you were saying, well, maybe like he's gone on holiday with his friends, or like his family are just over there and they might be staying in a van. It was very creative. Yeah. But it's good because it's like when you only have a simple photo and you have to talk for such a long time, you've got to say something.
Yeah.
So you used your imagination.
Exactly.
And you talked about that. I thought that was a really good trick.
Thank you.
And then I think your organization of everything, particularly in the last question, your organization of like saying, and first I want to talk about this, and then on the other hand, talking about other things, and then a conclusion at the end. Everything was so easy for me to follow and for me to understand. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
I was afraid about this one.
Yeah. But no, I think you did that very well. You organized it really well.
Thank you.
So that's all of the feedback. And I think, so a little explanation about the score of the Duolingo test. So the top score is 160, and that's like native English speakers, like, if you're the president, you have to be able to speak at 160. And then if you want to like study abroad or things like that, usually universities will ask for 120, that's a pretty good score. Your score, I think, it wasn't quite 160 because of like the answer's a little short and things. Yeah. But I think you would get at least 140.
Oh,
yeah. So it's a pretty good score.
Thank you very much, Francis.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. So that's the end of our test. Thank you very much for coming and taking part.
Thank you.